Hello and welcome to DVxUI. Today on this channel, we are going to create this 3D animated hero section. And this is not only 3D, but it is also interactive. You must have seen this on the internet. Now today, we are going to make it. So let's see how can we do that. Alright, so here I am on an empty Figma file. As you can see, I have the one page which is named as page 1, and then I have in the layers this one, which is my design that I have already done. But do not worry, we are going to start from the scratch and create everything. So for that, first of all, we need a frame. So take a frame, hit F key on your keyboard. Now go to this desktop. Alright, now hit Shift and 2 like this so that it will be zoomed perfectly. Now after that, we need to style this frame first. And first of all, we will go to this height. We are going to make it 1440 like this, slightly larger. Now after that, we are going to give it a color which is going to be absolutely black. So write 00 over here and it will take the black color. Alright, so the frame is ready and this is how it is looking, which is perfect. Now first of all, we are going to start with the navbar, but first let me provide the layout guide to this frame so that we don't lose the alignment. So go to layout guide, then go to columns, and in the count write 16. In the margin write 120. Now cross it. Perfect. Now these red bars are going to guide me throughout the process of designing so that I don't lose the alignment. Now after that, let's design the header. So take a frame, drop it over here, fill it with the white color so that we can see it. Now cross it. In the width, I'm going to write 1440, which is the width of this complete frame. Alright, let me align at the middle, then at the top. Perfect. Now I'm going to reduce the opacity from the color so that it will look more subtle and not as prominent as this. So write 8 over here and the opacity will be provided like that. Alright, so a basic layout of our header and the hero section is created. Now we need to put elements inside this. And the first element is going to be the site name, which is going to be over here. For that, take a text, drop it over here and write social grow with a dot. Now select it, go in the typography, change the font family to outfit. Now here in the font size, write 24 and this is going to be medium. Alright, now align at the middle, then towards the left like this with the red bar. Perfect. Now I'm going to provide a slightly different color to this grow so that it can stand out. I will select this grow, then go in the color, select this color and provide this purple. And you can copy the code from here 8A38F5. Alright, now cross it. Perfect. So the site name is perfectly created. Now we need to create the nav links over here, right in the center. So take a text, drop it over here, write home for the first one, then make a copy and here write services. Then after that, make another copy, which is going to be about. Then the last one, which is going to be contact. Perfect. Now select all of them. Then go over here in the font size because now we need to change their appearance. Make it 18 and this is going to be medium, which is fine. But now I will provide them auto layout like this so that they are completely aligned. Now align it in the middle then at the center. Now after that, I'm going to select rest of these to denote that user is on the home page, and I'm going to reduce their opacity to 60%. In this way, the home will be highlighted. You can also provide a different color to this home, maybe this purple one, but I guess this white one is going to work fine. Now, I think we can reduce some of the height of this header. So in the height, I'm going to write 80. Yeah, 80 is perfect. Now let's go over here because we need two buttons. So for that, I'm going to take a frame first, draw something like this, fill it with the color. Now in the width, I'm going to write 80. In the height, 36, not 35, but 36. Now in the corner, I'm going to write 8. In this way, a button-like structure will be created. Now align it at the middle, then towards right, like this, with the red bar. Perfect. Now we need to provide it a different color, so provide this purple. Alright, let's zoom in and write the text. Select a text, drop it inside that, and write login. Select it, change the font size to 16 and the medium, align it at the center, then absolutely in the middle. Now select this button because I want to create a sign up button over here as well. So make a copy, put it over here like that. See the gap? If you hold Alt key and move to the other element, it will tell you the gap, which is currently 18. We need to make it 16. Let's see. Yep, 16 now. Now for this one, I'm going to make this sign up. Alright, align it at the middle like this. Now select this button because obviously these two buttons cannot look same. They will arise confusion. So now for that, I'm going to remove this fill. Instead, I'm going to provide a stroke, or basically a border of white color with the opacity of 30%, like that. And our secondary button is also created. As you can see, those are looking quite fine. Let me remove this layout guide so that you can see it better. Alright, so the header is looking very sleek and clean. Now enable that. Now we need to write hero text over here. Alright, so for that, take a text, drop it over here and write grow your audience, comma. After that, write grow your followers with a dot. Now select it, and first of all, let's change this size to 70. Medium is fine. Align it at the middle like that, and in the typography, make this alignment center like that. Perfect. Now to make this piece of text even more interesting, I'm going to select this audience and provide it a different color, which is our primary color. Perfect. Now we need a description over here. For that, let's go to our website, which is loremipsum.io, and from here I'm going to select a text, the first line only, copy that, go back, take a text, drop it over here and drop the text. Now select it, change the font size to, let's take 22 with regular font weight like that, align it at the middle and then towards up. Alright, let's see the gap, which is 29. Let's take 32, 33 and 32. Now since this is a description, we need to reduce some of the opacity so that it is not very much prominent. And here I'm going to make it 60%. And now you will see this is going a bit outside this box looking like structure. So I'm going to go over here and remove this much of the text. Alright, align it at the middle. Perfect. So now the hero text is also completed. But this is not looking as interesting as it should be. So for that, we are going to provide it a crown over here. Let me show you what is that. So for that, I'm going to take a text, drop it over here, and let's zoom in. Here I'm going to write trusted by, let's take a random number, for 50k users. Alright, like that. Now right click, add auto layout, then provide a stroke, a border basically, of white color with the opacity of 30%. And here in the padding, which is 10, we need to make it 16 in the horizontal and 8 in the vertical. And after that, the corner radius is going to be 30, like that. Alright, now I'm going to place it at the center. But now you will observe this text is pretty large. Let me select this, go over here and make this 20. Perfect. Align it at the middle, this one at the middle, and put it down like this. But now this is still not looking that interesting. So let me show you a trick. How can you do that? Now since we have provided a data over here that these many users are using this website, now here what we can do is we can include the avatar of the users just to make it more trustable. So let me show you how can we do that. Well, I'm just going to be lazy and I'm going to borrow that from this design. Copy that. But do not worry, I'm going to tell you how to make it. I'm just saving my time. Now select this one and place it inside that. Well, now if you find over here, this is just an auto layout, and inside that I have 3 frames. Now inside each frame contains a picture. All the frames are 30 by 30 with the corner radius 100 and a picture inside it. You can see that. The fill is this image. Perfect. Now this parent auto layout has a gap of -14. That is why a stack-like effect has been created over here. You can also do that, or you can take it as a challenge to complete it and make it amazing. Now I'm going to align it towards the left like that, and the gap between them, this gap is 10, we need to make it 8. Perfect. Now select this, let me make it in the middle. Perfect. Alright, so this is created. Now let me see the gap from the top. So the gap is 243. I need around 200. So select all of them, put them up. 193, 203 and 123. Yep, 200. It is fine. Now we need a button over here. But for this one, we are going to have a text field with a submit button where the user can submit their email address for the further queries. Alright, let me zoom in over here. Take a frame, drop it over here, provide it a color. In the width, write 516 and in the height, write 68 maybe. Now cross it. The corner radius is going to be 78, just a random value. You can also write 80. We just need this rounded corner. Alright, now align it in the middle, then slightly at the bottom. Yup, let's see the gap, 38. Or maybe if we can take 40, that will be great. Yes, 40. Now let's start styling this one. So first of all, I'm going to reduce this color opacity, which is going to be 6%. Then it will not be very much visible. So for that, I'm going to select it, go to stroke, provide a white color, and in the weight I'm going to write, or let's write 2, and this opacity to 30%. In this way, a box will be created like this one, and this is going to work as the input field. Now after that, we need a button over here and a text over here. So let's create the button first. So for that, I'm going to take a frame, drop it inside this frame. Now let me provide the fill color so that you can see it. In the width, I'm going to write 130 like that. In the height, it is going to be 48. Now align it at the middle. The radius is going to be full, so just write any large value, cross it, and now I'm going to align it towards left. See the gap? Let me zoom in. Alright, so 10, 10 and 11, and now it should be fixed. Perfect. Now after that, I'm going to change its color to the primary color, and I'm also going to provide a gradient. You just have to click on this gradient and the gradient will be provided like this. Or you can copy these values just like this one. Now cross it. After that, take a text, drop it over here and write submit. Select it. The font size for this one is going to be 20, but with medium font weight. Align it at the middle, then at the center. Perfect. So the button is created. Now we just need a text over here to indicate that here you need to put your email for the users. So here I'm going to write enter your email address here. Select it. Change the font size to 18. Make it regular and align it from this X value to 32 and also in the middle. Perfect. And here in the fill, I'm going to make it 60%. Alright, so that it will look like a hint text but not the input value itself. Alright, perfect. Let's see. Yeah, this is great. And this has been created very greatly. Now after that, if you see overall this section, let me remove this layout guide. Perfect. Now you will find, yeah, this is good. This is looking very clean and sleek, but we can enhance the view even more by using something called decoration. And let me show you how are we going to do that. Take a circle, drop it over here, lock it first. In the height, change it to 790 like that. And now if you click on the circle, you will find this dot. I'm going to open it and this will open the mouth of the circle. Let me put it over here so that you can see it properly. Alright, now I will get this ratio and I will push it back. Now here in this value, if you do this, you will find these two values. Now here I'm going to write 100. It will close the mouth. Now in the ratio, I'm going to write 60. Perfect. In the color FF, which is white, then go to colors and provide a gradient like this one. And this is going to be, let's take 00, the black color. And now let's cross it. This opacity needs to be reduced to 12%, pretty less. Alright, now in the X value, or let me place it randomly first, then we will see about these values. Perfect. Align it over here, then with the top like that. Let me see if they are aligned. Yep, they are. Now select it, make a copy and put this over here towards the extreme right like that. So you just have to make sure one thing over here, and let me align it first. Yep. So now you just have to make sure one thing over here, and that is this line. This line should be touching the edge of our frame. and let me make that perfect. So this is how it is looking, which is now much better. Now after that, I'm going to provide a glowing effect over here that is going to be behind that 3D element. So for that, take a circle again, drop it over here and let me lock it first, make the size 1024, quite big, align it at the middle, then push it at the top so that the half of it will be visible and half will not. Align it at the middle, change the color to this one, our primary color. Now then go to effects, provide layer blur. In the value, write 700 like that, and let's reduce this fill color to 60%. Alright, so now as you can see, the designing part of this hero section is completed and now it is looking much better. Now it's time to go on the animation part. But first of all, I'm going to select the circle, lock it, select this one, lock it, select this one, lock it again. Perfect. Now I will open a website which is spline.design. Let me write it correctly. Alright, so this is the website. Now here what you need to do is you need to log in, obviously. Then you will go to community in the Spline community, and now here I'm going to search for 100 followers. So followers. Alright, and now you will find bunch of these, but you have to select this first one, which is the correct one. Select it. Now after that, what you need to do over here is, it will take some time to load it up, but now you just have to click on this remix. So click over here. Now here, first of all, you need to do few settings, and that setting is you need to select this background circle which is present over here and hit delete, because we already have created this background circle over here and that will make look ugly if we keep it like that. So we need to delete that. Now after that, what we are going to do over here is we are going to go to this export option. It is quite small, so let me make it large so that you can see it. Yep, this export. So click over here. Now then go to this play settings, and in this play setting you will find this VG color will be enabled and it will be set to show in your case, but you have to make it hide, and do not forget to update the public URL. It will take some time. Alright, so public URL has been updated. Now go back to overview and copy embed. Remember, you have to copy embed like that. Alright, let me go back. So I have copied the code. I'm going to take a text, drop it over here and paste. Well, I have copied. I need to copy it once again. Alright, here I'm going to paste it. Perfect. This is the code. Alright, but first I need to make few changes to this design. And the changes is I need a canvas for this one, for this 3D element to be placed. So take a rectangle, drop it over here, and in the width write 143, maybe 1440, the complete width, like that. And in the height write 920. Alright, now align it at the middle, then at the bottom. Perfect. Now after that I'm going to make it send to back, and then I'm going to remove this fill color. Alright, now in this way it will not be visible, but remember that this rectangle is still present. Now right click and bring it front like that. Perfect. And this should not be above this text field. So I'm going to select this text field and bring it front. Perfect. Now I will select this rectangle that we created and then right click. Go to plugins and then you need to search for Anima. You can go to manage plugins and here write Anima. Then you will find this one, open it, view details and then run it. Now, if you are running it for the first time, the interface is not going to look like that. The interface is going to ask you to log in using the Anima website, and that is completely safe. If you want to convert this 2D design into a 3D one, you have to use this plugin. Figma is a 2D software. It cannot render the 3D websites, so you have to use a third-party plugin to make it look like that you have rendered a 3D website. But many people ask me that how can we showcase to the others then? Well, it's quite simple. The way I am doing it for you all. You can make a video of this one and upload it in your portfolio, or you can send it to your clients. And the clients are intelligent enough to understand that the design has limitations, and the limitation for the Figma tool is that it cannot render the 3D website. You have to use Anima. Now continuing with that, I will go to embed code. Now here I'm going to paste that code that I copied, this one. Alright, then it is very important to save it from here. Perfect. Now after that it is done, I'm going to hit preview. Now it is generating the preview. Let me make it 50%. Alright, so it has started and it will take some time to render. And alright, now as you can see, this is how it has turned out. And this is looking quite interesting. This is also interacting with my cursor. Perfect. Alright, so it means this is done. And we have successfully created a 3D hero section using Figma. And if you have done it in your Figma, consider sending it to our Telegram group. Because if you do that, people there or the designers will help you learn about the flaws in your design. So do that and we will meet in the next one.